What's up, everybody? It's your girl RavenLani, aka the Mystical Mama, and welcome. Before I go ahead and get into this reading, make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, turn on those post notifications, and make sure you share this video with everybody that you know, okay? And also follow me on Instagram at RavenLani Tarot to purchase your own readings, okay? So this reading today is about Meghan Markle and Harry. So they recently went on to Oprah and did this, I don't know why I got like a blank in my head for a second, but they recently did an interview with Oprah, and Oprah was discussing, their experiences at the firm or in the castle, being a part of the royal family, and the things that Meghan Markle has went through and what she experienced and everything about, feeling alone and suicide and, just not getting the protection that they deserve. And then Meghan is saying that the queen and all the other royal family was saying they wouldn't protect the baby because the baby, they didn't know what color the baby was going to be. They didn't know if the baby was going to be as dark as me or as light as Meghan, So there's a lot of different things to unpack. I can't touch on all of them, but I am going to touch on some of them. So first of all, I'm going to ask how Meghan feels, how Harry feels, and I'm going to address maybe one or two questions that she went over in the interview just to see what the cards have to say about her, okay? I'm not saying she's lying. I'm not saying I don't believe her because, honey, she's a black woman. I'm a black woman. I'm automatically going to side with her experience because I've experienced some of those things that she's saying. So, of course, I'm not a part of a royal family, but, I definitely empathize with that, and I'm not saying that it's not true, but, I'm still a tarot reader, so I still want to get down and see what's really going on, okay? So this first reading that I'm going to do is about Meghan, okay? So I picked up this deck. All right, so Meghan, how is Meghan Markle feeling right now? Like after the interview has came out, after they have aired the laundry of the royal family, how is Meghan Markle feeling right now, okay? Just give me her immediate feelings, her feelings right now. Not then, not in the past, but right now. Give me a little bit of information about how Meghan is feeling, and we're going to see how Harry is feeling, okay? Alrighty. Meghan, one more shuffle, then I'm going to cut this deck, and we're going to see. And this one card is already flipped up, the Six of Cups. Okay, so we're going to leave this one first, and I'll tell y'all what that means in a second. All right, Meghan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have a lot of cups here. Cups represents emotions. She's very emotional right now. She probably has, let me close my computer. She probably has a lot of different feelings going on right now. She doesn't really, I'm not going to say she doesn't really know how to feel, but you kind of get to a point where you're numb. It's like you have to relive it all over again. So that's what I'm feeling for her. The Six of Cups represents wanting to leave it in the past. So although she wanted to do this interview, she still wants to leave it in the past. She doesn't want to think about it anymore because she has moved. She's trying to still move on from it, and she is moving in a good direction, but she just wants to be done with it. Now that she has gotten that weight lifted off of her shoulder, she can finally move forward. Now, this is what's interesting here. I'm going to get to it in a second. The Eight of Pentacles is here as well. And the Eight of Pentacles is representing working hard, putting a lot more effort into things, okay? So she's having to, it's kind of like a strain or, having to put more effort into something. No matter how hard you try, it's always something. And that's what I'm feeling from the Eight of Pentacles. She is definitely exerting more effort than she feels is necessary for something. Now, I'm not speaking on her marriage because I don't want to taint them or say anything, but I just got to bring this up. We got the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups represents a relationship, okay? And they were both in reverse. I don't really read in reversals because I give it to you how it's coming up straightforward, but I just wanted to make sure y'all knew that. So with the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and then the Two of Swords beside each other, this represents things coming to an end. I'm not saying her marriage to Harry is ending. Maybe it's that phase of the life, the royalness that's ending. Like they're completely done with it. They don't have any ties with anybody. And maybe that's saying that they have done that together. Although we know in the interview they said what they said, but sometimes it's difficult for some people. I would assume it's difficult for a royal family. You got all this all this riches and all this great stuff back at home, and it's got to be like, do I really want to give that up? Am I really choosing love over money and the security and all that kind of stuff? So I don't feel like it's coming from Meghan's part. I feel like it's from Harry, and if he's really trying to make ends with this, okay? I feel like he is, and this is why it's popping up in Meghan's reading, like he really chose the love over her. He really chose the love over his family, and the Ten of Swords is representing that struggle, the stuff that they were going through is coming to an end. They have severed all ties with them, okay? That's where I feel like the Ten of Swords is coming from. If I want to be on the flip side, I could say that their marriage is ending, but I don't really want to say that their marriage is ending, only because the Ace of Cups is here, and the Ace of Cups is representing a new beginning. So that phase of the marriage has probably ended, but they're celebrating new life. They're getting back to being normal people, so they're rejoicing and being able to celebrate a new version of their marriage, okay? So the old version of marriage is over and done with. The first few years or the first whatever they were going through when she was first pregnant, that's dead, that's over, that's ended, that chapter has closed. They finally put it in the past, and they can now enjoy being married and having the family and all that stuff, okay? So that's where I feel like Meghan is right now. She's just trying to work to rebuild her emotions as far as how much she loves Harry. I'm not saying she doesn't love him, but you know, having to rebuild that all over again without being able to breathe, okay? Not having to hold your breath and look over your shoulder and wonder if this is gonna happen. So I feel like she's getting her second chance, and I feel like she's happy, okay? She's getting towards being a lot more happier, but she is without a doubt happy, okay? So that's Meghan. Let me see which deck I want to use for Harry. I'm trying to pick strategically. So I'm going to use this deck for Harry. We're going to see how Harry feels, okay? So cards, this reading is for Harry. We want to know how Harry is feeling right now. Now, you know, my thing, if I can just put my little 2 cents in, the whole interview, I get Harry was trying to protect his family still. I wish they would have named some names. I don't get why they didn't. If I'm over here in a whole other different country, I'll be dropping names like a bomb, you know, but I guess they still don't want to be disrespectful, or they don't want anything to come in their way. I don't know. But I feel like Harry just could have been straight up and said, yeah, my family is racist. And you know, if that is the case, and they said all stuff about baby being dark and all this is that, not really knowing, that's the bottom line of it. You feel like your family is racist, and being a black person, like I said, I know how that feels to have people who aren't me try to judge me and don't want things to happen, or don't want things to transpire because of my skin color, whatever. So without a doubt, I feel like Harry just should have said, you know what, my family is racist, and you know, we're just gonna rock with whatever this is, okay? But anyways, let me stop talking and go ahead and see how Harry feels, okay? So this is reading is for Harry. How is Harry feeling right now? Not in the past. Not in the past, not when this interview came out, but right now, how is Harry feeling right now? And 2 cards already came out, and I can definitely see why these 2 cards come out. I'll tell you what they are in a second. Ooh, this card flew out. 3. All right, we're going to get 2 more. Oop, that one flew out. 4. All right, so I'm not going to give you all of these. This one card came up, so I'm just going to give you that one, okay? So what we have right here, we have a lot of different cards. So Harry has 2 sevens here. Right off the top, 7s represents having to make a choice, having to make a decision. So even though he has made his decision, he is still probably going back and forth thinking if he's done the right thing, what is he going to do, yada, 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 all this kind of stuff, which I wouldn't really take. I mean, he's a Virgo, so I wouldn't really think that he would do that. But you know, I guess, you know, you after you've been with a family for so long, and you know that's your family who raised you and all this and that, you probably really just questioning their motives and questioning how they really are and looking at things. So I guess it's kind of a part of, you know, people would say doing shadow work, you know, having to go back in the past and having to revisit things and work through generational curses and all that kind of stuff, okay? So that's what I'm relating that to. But what I do want you to know is he has the hanging one or the hangman here. This represents letting go. This representing this, I'm getting tongue-tied. This is representing letting go and looking at things from a different perspective, which is why I said like breaking generational curses and really questioning, was my family really like this and I didn't know it all along? Or, you know, I just got to let go of this stuff. I got to remove myself from this situation. So he is definitely channeling the hangman energy, okay? The 7 of Wands is representing protecting his peace. He can't be around any negativity. He's trying to be as peaceful as he can for the sake of his pregnant wife and all this other kind of stuff. He is just really trying to be as peaceful as he can be. Now, the Seven of Cups is what I addressed earlier about him making a decision and just trying to work through things in his head. But this is what I want to point out. The Ace of Wands is here, and the Ace of Wands is showing that although that stuff has happened, Harry is still good. He's getting some new opportunities to do some things. So, you know, sometimes you have to go through the struggle to get through to get to some beautiful things. And I feel like Harry is about to be blessed with some things, okay? I really and truly feel like that. So I'm anxious to see what this Ace of Wands is going to be. I know in the interview, Harry and Oprah discussed that they were working together on some type of project. So, you know, this could be opening doors for a lot of other things for Harry. So we're going to see how that unfolds. But also the King of Swords is here, and I feel like this is some type of air energy. So either Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Is the Queen one of those signs? Is his daddy one of those signs? But I feel like this is like some king energy, some high person in charge type energy that's definitely weighing over him, okay? So I feel like both of them are in a positive place right now, and I'm wishing them nothing but the best, okay? Because any type of situation like that, honey, you ain't the one marrying them. So let me be happy in my relationship, and if you don't want anything to do with us, then bye. Simple as that. Bye. Leave us alone. Don't bother us. Bye. And let us be, okay? So one thing I do want to address, let's see, how do I want to pose the question? I'm going to ask, did the Queen really not know that they were wanting to step down, okay? That's what I really want to know, because I just feel like she's just so fake and phony. I don't care if she's a grandma or anything. Someone who has been in power for that long, who ain't got to do nothing, everybody bow down or curtsy to her and all this and that. I just really want to know, was she really that naive? She really know what be going on, and I feel like she's calling all the shots but still trying to key up in Meghan's face. I don't like that fake stuff, okay? So, the Queen, did she really know what was going on? All right, we got two cards that came out. We're going to see how she felt about this whole situation, if she really knew what was going on. Two cards already came out, so I'm going to keep on shuffling to give y'all three more. Those two cards flew out as well. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords. So, well, I should have looked up the Queen sign. I'll look it up after this video. But Queen energy already came up. So, come on now. All right, last card. And normally cards don't fly out in this deck. So, I'm not surprised, but I'm just like, oh my goodness, I guess these messages really need to come out loud and clear, because they flying out of this deck. They, like I said, they very rarely ever fly out, if they do. Ooh, okay. So we got the Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Moon. So first of all, she knew what was going on, okay? She knew what was going on. And I'm saying that because the Moon card represents trickery, okay? It represents illusion. So she has been putting up a front. She's been putting up a whole big act. We know that. We see celebrities go out here and put up a big front and act, and when we know they be acting a fool with each other on Instagram or whatever, it's all for show, okay? She knew what was going on. She knew with her deceitful behavior, although she wasn't happy. She wasn't happy with Harry choosing Meghan. He was okay. She was okay if they were dating or whatever, but for him to marry her and to bring that into, and I'm saying that because that's probably what they said about a black person. Now, mind you, she is super duper lighter than me. So if they had somebody up in the house that was my color, they would have had a fit. They probably wouldn't even let me up in that house. Not saying I would want to be up there anyway, because it seemed like it was like entrapment, okay? Like willfully trapping yourself, and I can't do that. Anyways, the Three of Swords is showing that she was heartbroken by them being together. She was heartbroken by all this stuff going on. So yeah, she was being deceitful and trying to be conniving and all that kind of stuff. The Queen of Swords energy, like I said, I feel like is representing her because Queen energy here, but also is representing she knew what was going on. She knew, because the Queen represents, if you don't know what you're doing or if you ain't got your stuff together, don't step to me. So she knew what she was doing. She was the mastermind behind all this stuff. But you know how they say, don't try to throw the rock and hide your hand. However that go. I don't really know how it go. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's what she was doing. She was getting her little minions and her little people that work for her to put this word in to say that. But she would never directly come out and say it because she didn't want to look like the bad guy, okay? I guess you want to still be ladylike and, you know, wear your skirts with your legs crossed over to the side. But honey, we see through all that. We see through it all. And then the Ace of Cups and the Six of Wands is showing that she won in the end, okay? Yeah, it's a lot of emotions. The Ace of Cups represents new emotions, and this is different for her. But the Six of Wands is representing she's getting what she wants in the end, okay? Of course, she's the queen. She's going to get what she wants regardless. But it's like, you betray me, you hurt me, then I'm going to get what I want. And what I want is what happened, okay? Because if she really wanted to, she could have pulled strings and could have called anybody off and told them to stop doing this. But the fact that she didn't do that, she was capable and she was pulling strings for all of this stuff. Because you know what? She's the HBIC when it comes to all this. And if she wanted to put a stop to it, she could have. So I ain't got no sympathy towards her. I ain't got no feelings towards her. Or I ain't got no good feelings towards her. She evil to me, and that's my personal opinion. The cards didn't say that. I said that, okay? So that was that about the queen. Now the next question, I don't even feel like I need to ask the next question about did she really, or did they really say about the child being that color? Because looking at the queen's reading, I feel like yes, she was sneaky and trying to do all of that stuff. I really feel like she was. So I guess the next question is this is going to be very broad, but all of the allegations, I don't even want to call it allegations, but all the allegations that Meghan has said about the royal family, how true is it, okay? Give me any type of information, anything that the cards can let me know. How true is any of that? Is it all true? Is it some true? If it's going to be some true, I expect to see maybe some tools as far as balance goes. If it's a lie, I'm looking for the Seven of Swords. If it's truthful, of course, I'm going to see a whole bunch of bright and shiny cards or whatever, okay? So whatever information the cards can reveal to me, we are most definitely open to receiving it. Because, honey, this is, y'all done got me started today. Y'all done got me started today. That's all I got to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So remember I asked, was there any truth to any of the stuff that Meghan has said, okay? So once again, we got queen energy here. We got a lot of wands. So wands represents fire. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We know Meghan is a Leo. So this is probably her energy here. Also feeling Aquarius energy. So that's my question again. Who is this air sign? This air sign popped up in Harry's reading. It popped up in the queen's reading. It didn't come up in Meghan's reading, but this air sign is here. I'm feeling like more so Aquarius energy, but it's definitely some air sign energy. I definitely need to look this up as soon as we get off this video. But I do feel like it is some stuff that went down, okay? The Seven of Wands is definitely, like I said, hold on, let me show you this. This is definitely Meghan's energy, okay? Queen of Wands energy. And it could be a male that is a and fire sign as well, okay? Because I got King of Wands energy here. But this is just representing taking action and trying to do something, okay? But like I mentioned earlier, the Two of Pentacles is here, and this is trying to find a balance. So some things are true that Meghan said. Some things are not true that Meghan said. Some of it may be, it may not be that it's not true. Maybe it's just exaggerated in a sense, or maybe the way that Oprah asked the questions, Meghan didn't really elaborate a lot on it. She just kept it cut and dry. So that's where it's some type of gray area going on, okay? So is everything true that they said? I don't think so because of this. But what exactly is it? I don't know, because I'm not going to go into every single one of those questions because that's going to go on forever and ever and ever. We ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that, okay? The Seven of Wands, though, is here, and this is representing having to protect her energy, protect her peace. So she couldn't really elaborate on much because she needed to protect her energy. She's still pregnant, so you don't want to bring any bad energy on you or bring any harmful things on you. But I do feel like she wanted to say more, but she couldn't, which is why they didn't want to name names, which is why, and I feel like if they couldn't name names, I feel like it's the queen. It's the queen. It's the queen. It's the queen. That's why they could not name names, because they don't want to make her look bad. And I don't think Meghan doesn't want to make her look bad. I think Harry doesn't want to disrespect his grandma. That's my opinion. That's the conclusion that I have drawn. Y'all ain't got to agree with that. But the Star card is here, and despite whatever it is that Meghan and Harry has went through, the Star card is here just asking for a change of pace, asking for a rebirth, asking for having faith and being hopeful that things are going to change. So regardless of the questions that I asked about, I do feel like some things were a little bit stretched, some things were true, some things she couldn't really elaborate on, but she's just trying to protect her peace, and she still wanted to get some things off her shoulders, but she realized that she couldn't say as much as she would have liked. But she is still hopeful and trying to start over and start fresh, okay? So, these were a lot of readings that I did. I hope y'all watched the whole video. I hate that she had to go through that, but everybody over here in the world like, oh, she the princess. Oh, she living a life. Oh, but then you sit there and listen, and she said she had to give up her driver's license, her passport, her keys. My what? Child, I would not. I mean, y'all can have my driver's license. I'll catch an Uber. Y'all can have my keys. I'll catch a Lyft. My passport. You want everything? Like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. But this is the reading on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and I'm wishing them nothing but the best. And thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, turn on those post notifications, share this video, and make sure you follow me on Instagram at RavenLani Tarot. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye.